Hello and guten Tag from Cologne, Germany. Welcome back to the channel. It's Friday, it's weekend, so it's a perfect time for some comedy. And since a few months, I'm watching a very funny video clips on YouTube by a Content Machine, American comedy group, and they have so many very funny video clips online, and especially those where they make fun about American stereotypes, European stereotypes, German stereotypes as well, and what one country thinks about the other countries, or what Americans think about Europeans, and vice versa. So it's very funny to watch. And yeah, let's watch it together. I will choose some clips because they're mainly doing recording short videos, and we will jump around between America and Germany, Europe, and yes, like that. So enjoy and yeah, have fun. 1 second. Yes, this is better now. Here we go. All right.
This is what Americans think Europeans are like. I wake up at 8 a.m. excited to live in the best country on earth, Europe. First thing I do is check the weather. Yesterday it was 20 degrees, freezing cold. Today it will be 22 degrees, boiling hot. For a split second I think about turning on my aircon, but I snap out of it. Aircon is not good for your lungs. At 9 a.m. I look for my cigarettes. That's right, I smoked a whole...
We actually don't have any aircons here, but mostly only in hotels. But it's a video about they think Americans think what European Europe thinks is like. So it's a bit weird, but indeed very funny to watch.
Pack last night for dinner. Well, I guess I'll just take some uppers. Then I meet a girl and we talk for a good 45 seconds. Well, that's long enough. I take her back to my place for some good old-fashioned shaboinking. Then I go to the pub and watch soccer for 3 hours. After that, I collect my monthly benefit from the government for being alive. At noon, I pat myself on the back for not being racist ever in my life. Then at 1 p.m., I speak some European. Then it's time for another few hours
really
of soccer.
weird.
And after that, I
Are there really Americans who think Europe is a country and European is a language? It would be too funny. And it indeed sounds like language in East Europe.
ever in my life.
I know it's completely fake, but it's how it sounds like.
At 1 p.m. I speak some European. Then it's time for another
It sounds like I don't know, but they speak in maybe Hungary or so.
few hours of soccer. And after that, I take some pills from a random stranger that I meet on the street.
Yeah, sure, danke,
I
ey.
do
He
some
said danke, so they're in Germany. Really?
And after that, I take some pills from a random stranger that I meet on the street. At 4 p.m.
Yes,
I do some
sure, of
socialism.
course.
At 7 p.m. I dream about one day moving to America. It's the only country better than Europe.
I probably met only once in my life somebody here in Germany offered me drugs on the streets. Maybe it was it's not that long ago in Frankfurt last year, where I went to a very quite difficult street near the central station in Frankfurt. That has indeed a very bad image, and very quite many drug addicts are hanging around in the street. It's east of the central station, and probably with the heaviest drug scene in whole Germany. It was a bit scary to walk there. And there's somebody, I didn't understand him really. I just wanted to cross the street just to look if it's really that difficult there. And it was indeed a bit scary, and somebody walked in front of me, towards me, and asked if I was buy something. I didn't really understand him, but he had some stuff holding in his hand. So, but yeah, no, but actually, please don't think you can buy drugs here openly on the streets. It's not that easy. But in Cologne, there's a square. It's called Ebertplatz, where you can indeed buy pot or we say grass, so to smoke. A weed is I guess the standard American word, weed. But it's especially at night you can buy there. Standing people, and you can see they are looking around. They appear a bit weird or strange, and looking around for customers. I don't know, but I know somebody who bought their drugs on that place at night.
Then I'll finally have freedom. Then it's time for more soccer. I love this game. It always puts me in a great mood. At 8, I get a paper cut and rush.
And now I'm not really into soccer. It's only a thing for me when the European Cup takes place every 4 years, or the World Cup tournament takes place another 4 years.
Off to the hospital. I love having free and efficient healthcare. Then at 10, time for more soccer. I love this game. It always puts me in a great mood. At 8, I get a paper cut and rush off to the hospital. I love having free and efficient healthcare. Yes. Then at 10, I have my first and only meal of the day. 1 jar of Nutella. Oh, so full. And that's my day.
Sure. This is... maybe I shouldn't talk too much. Sorry. No. Maybe I shouldn't talk too much, but in between... So let's jump around here a bit. So this is the German section of content machine, but then let's switch to America right now for one clip. What Europeans think America is like. Not good.
This is what Europeans think America is like. I wake up at 8 a.m. to the sound of gunshots and violence. Then after that I have breakfast, an 18-piece fried chicken bucket with a 2-liter bottle of Coke. Then at 9 a.m. I start my daily commute from Los Angeles, California to New York City. Along the way I drive through intense poverty and homelessness. I will do nothing about it. At 10 a.m. I arrive in New York City. I talk loudly about how great America is. At 11 o'clock, I decide to head down to Miami. At 11:45, I arrive in Miami. This is where I get my tan. After that, I head back to Los Angeles. It's awesome that I'm able to visit all 3 American cities in one day. Around 1 p.m., I go out to eat for lunch. I leave the waiter a large cash tip of $100. At 1:30 p.m., I publicly lean against the wall to rest. Around 3:30 p.m., there's another shooting. At 6...
Yes, it's a reference because it's a cliche or a stereotype that Americans always leaning onwards or againstwards, but actually everybody does it. I also do that. So why shouldn't only Americans do that? It's actually a typical things of all men of the entire world to do, I guess.
Eat for lunch. I leave the waiter a large cash tip of $100. At 1:30 p.m., I publicly lean against the wall to rest. Around 3:30 p.m., there's another shooting. At 6 p.m., I have dinner, an entire apple pie that I wash down with a 2-liter of Coca-Cola. Then at 9 p.m., there's an alien invasion. This seems to only happen to the important countries. And that's my day.
The important countries only, yeah.
I just want to say...
No, thank you. So let's switch back to Germany. Day in the life of a German.
This is a day in the life of a German. I wake up at my situationship's house after a long night of charging and unplug. For breakfast, we have sauerkraut. Today, we went with a small plate. After that, it's time for a football match. I pull out my German flag for the exact duration of the game, then immediately put it away. After that, I go to work. I talk on the phone with a client from Berlin. We speak the official language of Berlin.
Hey, how's it going today, sir?
English. For lunch, I have my favorite traditional German dish. Duna. Then I see something I cannot comprehend. Someone crosses the street at a red light. This is not possible. It overloads my processor and I need water to cool down. After work, I like to make sport. Today, favorite traditional German dish. With a client from Berlin. We speak the official language of Berlin.
Hey, how's it going today, sir?
English. For lunch, I have my...
But it's true that in Berlin you can meet many people who speak English and just English, especially if you go to a restaurant or a cafe or pub, bar, whatever. Can be that as working a waiter who just speak English because he's from the USA, from far away, I don't know, not from Germany. And you have it way more in Berlin than in other cities, because Berlin is the most international city of Germany, indeed.
Favorite traditional German dish, Döner. Then I see something.
Yeah, it's a Döner. It's a German-Turkish meal. It's like you have some kind of thin bread and with pieces of meat and vegetables inside. It's really tasty, and it's typical in Germany since the late 17th and invented by, as far as I know, by Turkish people who lived in Berlin, who invented that. But it's you have also similar stuff like that in Turkey, indeed. But the Turkish people of Berlin made their own version of it and called it Döner, as far as I know, in the late 70s. And now you can eat it everywhere in Germany, and all cities and towns have plenty of those Döner fast food restaurants.
I see something I cannot comprehend. Someone crosses the street at a red light. This is not possible. It overloads my processor and I need water to cool down. After work, I like to make sport. Today is anterior delt day. At 1800, it's time for my daily dose of Schadenfreude. I see that my neighbor Klaus has received a parking ticket from the police. Looks like you're not so perfect now. At 20 o'clock...
Hey, this is really funny to hear a German word in an English spoken video. Schadenfreude. It literally means, Schaden means damage and Freude means joy. So damage, joy, or joy of damage, it's when you have to laugh or to smile if somebody is doing something wrong or is experiencing a little accident, or I don't know, like falling down or something like, but not only when it's not too serious, of course. That it's called Schadenfreude. Yeah. Laughing about the flaws or mistakes of other people.
Work, I like to make sport. Today is anterior delt day. At 1800, it's time for my daily dose of Schadenfreude. I see that my neighbor Klaus has received a parking ticket from the police. Looks like you're not so perfect now. At 20 o'clock, I think about telling my situationship that I love her. But in Germany, you're only allowed to say I love you 2 or 3 times in your whole life, and I don't feel like wasting one right now. At 2200 o'clock, I power down for the night. And that's my day.
Sure. It's too many jokes in too short a time. It's hard to react to every. I could also react to every single sentence actually here, but I don't want to destroy the fun. So then let's jump back.
This is what European.
Like here, jump back to Europe, or how Americans think Europeans live.
This is a day in the life of European people. Yeah, so like first thing I do is wake up and go to a cafe to eat a large nutritious breakfast. At 1300 o'clock, it gets hot, so I just lie down. I don't like to stand up. I don't like to work. I just like to lie down and think about culture. Then I cross street as pedestrian in any way I feel. After that, I lie down to take nap, and when I wake up, I feel tired from nap, so I lie down to take a nap. At 1500 o'clock, I drink 1 Aperol Spritz, and then I go swimming in very...
It's a drink from Germany, but it's famous now in entire Europe and maybe in the USA too. It's like some kind of a certain kind of cocktail or light cocktail. But really a fruity is it a cocktail actually? I don't know. But fruity alcohol. But he actually looks more like a typical Italian, sophisticated Italian guy or a sophisticated French guy.
Aperol Spritz, and then I go swimming in very big, oversized swimsuit. At 1600 o'clock, I think about protesting government because we work 22 hours per weekly, which is so crazy. Like, we should only be working 12 hours per week with full healthcare benefit and 8-week paid holiday time and 9 months paternity leave, even if I don't have baby. I am not excited or impressed by anyone or anything. I have been jaded since time I started smoking cigarettes at 11 years old. And then I danced to German techno for 11 hours. And that's my day.
But there was too many jokes.
Daytime and 9 months paternity leave, even if Like we should only be working 12 hours per week with full healthcare benefit and 8-week paid holiday time and 9 months.
Please don't take it too serious. No, it's just a joke. But no, most Germans work full time or half time, like 30 hours minimum. But many people working full time actually. But there are many discussions about 4-day working week. Yeah, something like that. But
paternity leave even if I don't have baby. I am not excited or impressed by anyone or anything. I have been.
That's actually a typical arrogant French guy.
Jaded since time I started smoking cigarettes at 11 years old. And then I danced to German techno for 11 hours. And that's my day.
Okay, then back to America again. Or Germany.
This is a day in the life of a German.
Hey, they are in Cologne. The very famous Cologne Cathedral. Welcome to Cologne. I feel a bit honored that they came to my hometown.
This is a day in the life of a German. I wake up at 7 a.m. and immediately go outside to do my daily staring at random people. At 8 a.m. I eat breakfast, bread. Then I start my work.
It's indeed a stereotype or cliché that Germans always staring. It's what many people told in their vlogs when they came to Germany for vacation, that Germans are always staring at them. I don't know, but actually I don't stare at anyone. Or I don't think so.
Outside to do my daily staring at random people. At 8 a.m. I eat breakfast, bread. Then I start my workday. I work hard so people not born in Germany can collect the Bürgergeld. At 1300 I get lunch with my girlfriend. I feel an overwhelming sense of love for her, so I express this to her with some very over-the-top PDA. At 1400 I get a
What is PDA?
fine for expressing love. Today's our anniversary, so we split the bill. Later on, I don't hold the door open for her. She is a woman. She can get it herself. Then it's time for Aldi. While driving, someone passes me on the right. This will bother me for months. At Aldi, I collect my font. I'm glad I spent 40 minutes to get refunded €1. Then I finish up my workday. At 1700,
You can get some way more money if you take your bottles back. I don't know how famous this is in the USA. He mentioned it, the word Pfand. It means deposit in English, I guess. So you have to pay a few cents more if you buy a certain kind of bottles, water bottles, beer bottles, or cans too, Coke bottles. You pay a bit more when you buy them, a few more cents. But if you bring that back to the store or to the machines, how do you call it? The deposit machines for the bottles, empty bottles. And then you get all the cents back that you paid too much. And if you maybe collect, if you bring a full package or a full bag, maybe you can earn €3, €4 for maybe a bag like this with empty bottles. And some people collect many bottles and then they take them all back to the store and get maybe €10 back or so if you collected many empty bottles.
she can get it herself. Then it's time for Aldi. While driving, someone passes me on the right. This will bother me for months. At Aldi, I collect my font. I'm glad I spent 40 minutes to get refunded €1. Then I finish up my workday. At 1700, it's Feierabend. I stop.
Feierabend. I think quite famous. Also not really famous, but it appears often in videos where English-spoken people talk about funny or interesting German words and what they mean in English. And Feierabend means literally, a fire means celebration or party. Abend means evening, the celebration evening. So what does it mean? You call the time after you finished work on a single day. This time after work is called Feierabend. It's like a relaxing, you have now a relaxing evening. This is called Feierabend. You celebrate your free time now. Like that. Yeah.
working with no exceptions and drink a beer. At exactly 1900, I hit the gym to ensure that I have an elite body. Not saying that it's better than any other group of people, just saying I want to be fit. Then I get home and listen to some cool tech.
I want to make sure we don't say 1900. If you meant the time, we would say 19 Uhr, 19 o'clock. When it's 7 p.m., 7 o'clock in the evening.
No music. For dinner, we have bread. After a long day of strict rules and repressing our thoughts and feelings, we get dressed for a kinky party. This would be a good thing.
Yes. All right.
Ich habe mal gedacht.
No, thank you.
This.
Oops, 1 second.
This is what Europeans think America is like. I wake up at 8 a.m. and immediately start shopping on Amazon. After that, I change out of my pajamas into a socially acceptable outfit that I can wear in public. Then it's time for my daily cardio. I'm able to roll a mile in 6 minutes. At 11 a.m., it's time for my mandatory commute. I decide which one of my 5 cars I'm going to drive. I go with my practical 2.5-ton pickup. Then I have an important meeting with my doctor.
You are obese.
I can't believe this. I finally fit in with 1/3 of Americans. Finding out I'm obese really has me stressed out, so I do the responsible thing. Go shopping. At 1 p.m., I see that the new iPhone 16 is out, so I check my bank account and find out I can't afford it. So I do the responsible thing. Buy it on credit. After that, I head to the M&M store for a quick snack, and then for lunch number 2, I get fried chicken and a large diet soda. After all, I'm trying to be healthy. At 3 p.m.,
Trying to be healthy, sure, but don't get it wrong. I know many people know that this is just a American cliche that all Americans are overweighted or fat or eating fast food every day. I know that's not the case, or I hope, but indeed, really funny.
solve gun violence.
What if we took guns and gave them to everyone?
All right, problem solved. Around 5 p.m., I receive my student loans, rent, car payments, health insurance, and medical bills. I check my bank account. Looks like I'm in debt $325,000. Out of nowhere, I have a severe panic attack. I wonder what that's about. Then from 10 p.m. to 3 a.m., I unwind from my stressful day by relaxing in bed.
Look at this face. I love that guy. He has, I guess, the funniest faces in all the clips.
For some weird reason, I've been having trouble sleeping lately, so my doctor prescribed me with some opioids, and that's my day.
Maybe some German again. How German parents discipline their children.
What? Drinking at 13? I have no problem with this.
No, she puts the trash in the recycling. Das gibt eine Anzeige.
What? Oh my God.
Our daughter puts the trash in the recycling. I thought we raised you better than this.
Your grandfather horse would be so disappointed in you.
And it does not matter what he did in his childhood. He surely did not put the recycling in the trash.
You make me want to get in Porsche, get on Autobahn, drive 400 kilometers per hour out to Bremen, put sauerbraten in trash. That is how upset you make me.
This is how much you disappointed your father. Now go up to your room. No Überraschungen, no Kinderriegel, and no Haribo Gummibären.
You need to think about what you have done. This is the worst atrocity in the history of this country.
Now your father and I are going to the Kit Kat Club. If you hear people over later, we are just watching a movie.
Yeah, choose.
Let's watch it.
What? Drinking at 13?
So maybe it's better when I first watch the whole clip and then I watch it again and interrupt it then and to explain it. No, please don't think you can drink at 13 here in Germany. It's you can drink beer at 16 and on the streets too. So I know in America it's forbidden to drink alcohol on the streets or in public. But you can buy beer here when you are 16 or wine too, I guess. But other more hard alcohol stuff like vodka when you're 18 only. But it's I guess when you're 21 in the USA. But beer you can buy when you're 18 in the USA or how old? Is it right? 18 or 21 too? I'm not sure.
13? I have no problem with this.
No, she puts the trash in the recycling. Das gibt
Yes, we have many, a few different kind of trash bins here in Germany and in other European countries too, with different colors. So there's a certain kind of trash bin for paper stuff, where you put your old papers and newspapers, magazines there. You want to throw it away. Then we have a trash bin for general waste food or so, a trash bin for that, and a yellow trash bin for plastic stuff or plastics from food, where you put only plastic stuff inside. This is called recycling because the trash corporate or company try to recycle certain kind of old garbage. Und das gibt eine Anzeige means I'm going to suit you or something like that. Or I'm gonna tell it to the government that you're doing this or that, what is actually forbidden. I guess, what would you say in English then? I'm going to suit you or sweet you or something like that.
Eine Anzeige!
What? Oh mein Gott!
Our daughter put the trash in the recycling! I thought we raised you better than this!
Your grandfather horse would be so disappointed in you.
And it does not matter what he did in his childhood. He showed
They do the German accent really good. So how does the German accent works like? You have to, instead of the th, you say z, and yeah, you keep your English r, like that. And this is a thing where I'm still struggling with to pronounce the English r, but I can't can't do it. I'm sorry. It's something with my tongue or the movement of my tongue that I can do.
you to put the recycling in the trash.
You make me want to get in Porsche, get on Autobahn.
And Porsche is indeed the right pronunciation of that very famous German car. In America, many people would say Porsche, I guess, but in Germany, and it's German, so please say Porsche, because in the German language, the silent E's doesn't exist.
Drive 400 kilometers per hour out to Bremen, put sauerbraten in trash. That is how upset you make me.
This is how much you disappointed your father. Now go up to your room. No Überraschungen, no Kinderriegel, and no...
No Überraschungen, no surprises. A Kinderriegel is a very famous chocolate bar.
Haribo Gummibären.
You need to think about what you have done. This is the worst atrocity in the history of this country.
Now your father and I are going to the Kit Kat Club. If you hear people...
Kit Kat Club is actually indeed a real club in Berlin. Yeah, for some, I don't know, kinky, erotic stuff. Maybe, probably the most famous club. It exists only in Berlin, but it's quite famous, or the term Kit Kat. And I wouldn't say everybody knows it, but it's quite famous. No, I never went there. Believe me, trust me.
Pull over later. We are just watching a movie.
Yeah. Tschüss.
Tschüss. Okay. So maybe another one from here again. When you're an American tourist in Hawaii.
This is a day in the life of an American in Hawaii. At 8, I arrive at my resort. This is
funny because if I would see such a guy on vacation somewhere, I would think that he's a typical German tourist, but maybe this is what many men in the world have in common, the standard outfit of a guy, especially on vacation, having wearing some shorts, wearing sockets, especially white sockets and sandals or flip-flops. Maybe this is maybe a weird next level, to wear socks in flip-flops. Is it also the English term for those kind of beach sandals? We say in Germany flip-flops. It's not sandals, but it would be more typical, especially for older people, to wear sockets in sandals. It looks actually weird, but and I don't really like sandals at all. And wearing, it would be for a German maybe a bit more typical. And now he's supposed to be American, but traditional German tourist would maybe wear a checkered kind of shirt. How do you say it? Checkered? Checked? I mean kariert. In German, let's check it. I'm curious. Kariert. Checkered, yeah.
My first time leaving America. At 9 a.m., I try some exotic new food. Fruit. After that, I take in the natural beauty of the island. Why can't America be more like this place? At 11 a.m., I put on an entire bottle of sunscreen.
As you're speaking about Hawaii, is it the cliché destination of America to go where many Americans go to for the perfect vacation? To have the perfect beach experience, I don't know, because in Germany, this would be Mallorca, and it's not a German island. It's actually a Spanish island in the Mediterranean Sea. It's Spanish. It belongs to Spain, but Germany is so popular to go there in summer, but maybe I'm the only German who never went to Mallorca, but maybe the Germans are the highest amount of tourists there. Spanish people live there, of course, too. But I guess if you take if I look at the tourists, the most of them are Germans, and if he or she is not a German, then probably he's British. But the Germans are the highest amount of tourists there on the island of Mallorca. And it's a very cliche to go there for a summer vacation. Or some people, Germans, go there to stay during the winter because they don't have a real winter. Maybe a really bit of snow, but it's really rare that it's snow. There's snow on Mallorca. Maybe it's 10 degrees. I don't know what's in Fahrenheit, but can be quite spring-like even in winter. But in the summer it's overcrowded of tourists, and they have indeed a problem with too many tourists there in Mallorca, especially in the biggest city there.
11:01, I'm the most sunburned I've been in my entire life. Hey, only 10 more days of vacation to go. After that, I go to the store and ask for the Kama Aina discount and get rejected immediately. At 12 p.m., I start drinking and get viciously blackout drunk. At 1 p.m., I get a $10,000 fine in coconut bucks for touching a sea turtle. I wonder how much that is in American money. After that, I buy a timeshare that I can't afford, then have another quick drink at the bar, and after that, I talk to a local. Aloha. She immediately leaves. I must have said bye aloha instead of hello aloha. Silly me. At 7 p.m., I take in the beautiful Hawaiian sunset. Wow, what a sight. At 8 p.m., it's bedtime. I'm unable to adjust to a new time zone, so instead, I'll just keep waking up at 5 a.m. every day. And that's my day.
That's always too funny, the clips. Maybe another one, and one more. What do we have about Germany, maybe? Or Europe? What Europeans think American is really like.
This is what Europeans think America is like. At 8 a.m., I wake up in the clothes that I'll wear for the rest of the day. Then a stranger walks up to me and we overshare about our lives.
Hey, I couldn't drink that stuff. I got diabetes.
I'm about to become a father. I'm super afraid.
Well, good talking to you.
Everyone is so friendly and polite in America. At 10 a.m., I get all the food I'll eat for the next 2 months. I only buy processed foods. Then I have a quick glass of ice water. And then at 12, it's time for church. It feels awesome to be in the only country that's protected by God. At 1:30 p.m., I send thoughts and prayers for the daily victims of gun violence. Okay, problem solved. After that, I use a free public restroom. I love the large gaps in the stalls so I can check to see if anyone is using them.
Oh, hey, buddy. How's it going?
Hey, it could be worse.
That's awesome. See you around.
At 3 p.m., my wife gives birth. We set up a GoFundMe to pay our medical bills. At 3:01, the doctor cuts off the most sensitive part of our baby's penis. He'll thank us for that one day. At 3:02 p.m., my wife is back to work. It's awesome that she was able to get 2 minutes of maternity leave. Her company must really care about her.
Alright, okay. I would say this is enough now. Thanks to Content Machine for the really great comedy stuff. It's I would say they're my favorite comedy group on YouTube. And yeah, it's always a sign of good comedy is when there's at least a little truth behind it, and you pump it totally up, or you totally exaggerate it. And yes, all of these are only cliches, stereotypes. Don't take it too serious, but it's only fun. And they're for me really comedy kings on YouTube. All right, that's now for it. That's it for now. And thanks for watching. Please give this video a like. Please also give the Content Machine videos some likes if you like the videos. Please subscribe to my channel. It would help me a lot. And have a nice weekend if you watch this on a weekend. And yeah, goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, see you in the next video. Ciao.